In recent videos, we were down to Florida Keys and we had some transom issues. And yes, our transom is going. So we're starting to get cracks here where the engine mount is. My buddy Freddy Martinez does boat fabrications for a living, and he's gonna help me rebuild my transom, make it solid as a rock so we can fish in peace and not sink our boat. So guys, boat hasn't been in the water for a while, y'all. So water's coming out. It's just holding down there. Look at that.
I might find some fish down there.
There's probably some shrimp down there. Okay, so after some surgery, is that because it was? Oh, that was never glass.
That was never glass.
It was never resin.
Never resin.
Wow. Okay. So all this was.
I don't know what it was thinking.
I don't know. I definitely don't know. But that doesn't look like a strong transom there.
If you're gonna like put 2 pieces of wood, you got a glass here and then sandwich it together.
Oh, so if you put 2 pieces of wood, you put the first one, you glass on top of it, then you put the second piece of wood.
While it's still wet.
While it's still wet. Dang. Okay, that makes sense. Well, we can get a more precise measurement with that. All right, now that the transom has been removed, all we're left with is a little bit of fiberglass here. You gotta sand it all down, make it pretty. And what we have down here, we've got our main piece of plywood that was here. And then in the middle, we had a smaller piece that was kind of like on top of it like this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut 2 pieces of this foam. We have to get another piece and just match it, because the angle that was created by this thing worked. So we just got to match what we had and glass around it, and we'll get to it. I gotta sand this thing down and get it ready. Sanding, sanding, sanding. I got news for you. I like this machine. I like this thing. Acetone. Yeah, let me see how this works.
So you're gonna leave kind of like that.
Like a nice little mountain. Okay. All right, we got putty on the entire back of the transom here, and we're gonna get to glassing. I'm gonna set this thing up. I'm gonna follow your lead.
See the center mark? Line up to the center mark there.
All right, first piece of transom board is in there. We've got it all resined in really thick. We're mixing fiberglass resin now. We're gonna start glassing it in. So I'm gonna set this up here and we're gonna get to work. Gonna get this thing wet with some resin. All right, so next morning after the fiberglass job, guys, here is 9 layers of fiberglass. There's a couple little air pockets in here, but 9 layers of fiberglass, 2 Cooza board layers, plus these side panels that we made, and a whole lot of putty. And this is glassed in really, really nice, and the forecast called for rain later, but I believe it dried nice and well before it rained. Problem was, we glassed over our drain holes, so I had to come out in the morning and actually drill through the fiberglass putty that was pouring through the drain hole that we made. I had to drill through that so that the water could drain out of the boat. It poured last night, but this dried nicely before it started to rain, and now, you know, we've got a couple days of rain, but got a little more work to do on the transom. We've got to do some work back here, patch this up, make this nice and pretty, and we're going to wind up cutting new drain holes with a circular saw, and then it'll be time to paint and put our engine on. I can't wait.
Yeah,
with what, like a 40 grit? Or
with that 40 grit is fine.
just really light?
Yeah, really light. We just prep it for when we're ready to get ready to paint.
Okay, so the transom is done.
Transom is done. Like, you're gonna have to clean all this up here, like with that same 40 grit.
Yep.
Just make this like it's flush again.
Yep.
And like all these little pelitos and all this hair.
Yep.
Just kind of like round it off with the sander.
Okay.
With that 40 grit, you should go right through this.
Sure. And then what do we do with the back?
This, you can take this off.
Okay.
It's just got the 2 screws
The
on there.
screws, yep.
Take these 2 screws off.
Yep.
You can take all this tape off.
Okay. Yeah, I can take it off.
And then what you can
What was the tape for?
So the resin doesn't gush out.
Oh.
Because remember, some of this stuff had holes.
Oh.
So the tape kind of like,
Got it.
just in case,
Got it.
stuff wouldn't leak out. So now that this side's solid, now we have bought some like Bondo So you can use that to fill in here.
So we're just gonna scrape the Bondo on top. We're
Yeah,
not gonna put like another layer of fiberglass on the back there?
No, it's not needed.
Okay. And what about the edges here? How does that work?
This, once you knock it down,
Yeah.
we'll see where we're at. We might have to like hit it with a little bit of Bondo and smooth it out a little bit more. But
the fiberglass is pretty much done.
Fiberglass work is pretty much done. Still works good.
Still works. Got my money's worth out of that one.
Yeah, so I would sand first, get rid of all this, like, you know, grab the DA and just sand it so it's flush or flat with the transom.
Okay.
And then if there's any little gaps, we'll fill it with the Bondo and stuff.
Okay.
So it's solid.
Solid.
It's not hollow.
Got it.
You can fill these holes too.
Yeah.
Don't fill these.
Fill them with the Bondo?
Yeah, we can fill those in with the Bondo.
Okay. Is there anything to the Bondo? You just open it and slap it on, or is there something you
There
mix with
should be like a hardener that comes with it, like a little toothpaste
Okay.
tube. And you put a little bit of that with the Bondo, you mix it. The more of the hardener you put on there, the less work time you have.
Okay.
So you gotta kind of like maybe do like a little test strip and time it to see how long it takes for it to cure. Once it gets hard, you can't you know, apply. So
Got it.
You can grab one of the little spatulas, and actually, you're gonna say you put a blob of Bondo here. You can grab this and kind of like go like that.
Oh yeah.
So that way,
Straighten it out.
Straighten it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Instead of going with the squeegee like this, because you'll end up pushing it in, and it'll take forever to get it flat. So
Got it.
to having something.
So just put a bunch of it on, scrape it.
Yeah, because you can see how it's a little uneven.
Yep.
So by you put it on, then you kind of you'll see your high and low spots.
Okay.
Some of the holes and gaps that we have.
And that's with the
The Bondo.
Bondo. So we're just the places where it was cracked.
Yeah.
All right.
And whatever miscellaneous holes that I don't think we're gonna need.
Okay. Just fill it in. Any place there was a little crack, a hole. This was a holy transom.
That it was.
This was a holy transom, bro.
Then once this dries, we'll have to sand the whole area with 80 grit,
Yep.
and then it'll be ready for paint.
All right, so we're gonna, once that dries, sand it down with 80 grit. We paint it. We'll paint it when we paint everything else? Yeah, okay. Here's the stuff that we're using with this. And is there like an additive? You add this stuff in?
It's that toothpaste stuff. Yeah.
Toothpaste stuff? Interesting. All right, Fred's got that. Making it happen. All right, guys, so we officially have a new transom. It's solid as a rock. Next thing we have to do is paint, but that's gonna be in a future episode because we're actually creating a rear platform as well. We've got these stands here that we made, aluminum stands. We've got a polling platform over there, and we're gonna make this a tricked out skiff. So if you want to see how we mount this engine back on, and we're going to get this rear deck done, that's gonna be in a different video. But guys, transom is hard as a rock. It's been sanded down real nice. It's ready for gel coat. And then we'll get the engine put on. We're gonna be fishing within a month, guys. It's a long project, but it's finally over. We have a new transom. So guys, if you liked the video, if you learned anything, give me a thumbs up. I learned so much. Special thanks to Fast Freddy for helping me out and giving me the expertise. We put a lot of sweat in. I got a lot of fiberglass in every orifice of my entire body. My neighbors have been putting up with grinding and sanding, but the project is almost done. So there's gonna be quiet again in the fine house and surrounding households. And we're gonna have a fully functioning boat. So give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out our fishing action in South Florida as we take Priscilla, our J16 Carolina skiff, out on the water very, very soon. So guys, take care. God bless. See you soon, and watch your lip. Bye now.